Hi Taurus, welcome to Adik Tarot, the beginning of the truth. My name is Wakida. I am a spirit advisor, and I'm here to provide you with a spread to help guide you with energies you may need to release and let go of from now until the end of April of 2019. Now, this message is for Taurus, anyone with Taurus in their chart guided to my channel, and cross watchers as well. Keep in mind, this is a general message and it may not resonate with everyone. This message intent is strictly for guidance. Now for this spread, I'll be referring to the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland for additional spiritual guidance for this month. So okay Taurus, let's get to your reading. Now for the underlying energies this month, we have the energies of the Ten of Wands. And with the Ten of Wands, it's the energies of reaching the end of a cycle where you're at the end of carrying burdens. And understand within a cycle, it's very important to be gentle and kind with yourself and with others through this process. Through these burdens that you've been carrying, you did learn and obtain knowledge from this experience. And through this experience, understand that you've also had spiritual guidance. With the underlying energies from, with the spiritual guidance, it's advising you to be sure to meditate. Take some time to sit in quiet and breathe and just breathe, and with meditating is first with, breathing in through your nose and, just releasing burdens and with that breath out through your mouth. Because it's important to connect back to your soul. Connect back to who you truly are. Connect back to your inner self, your higher self. Connect back to the divine and the universe. Because for guidance, we have the card of fertility. Because you have to understand and know who you are. Tauruses are ruled by the planet of Venus and the planet of love. So it's important to, again, it's all right to be kind. And it's all right, first of all, to be kind with yourself throughout any mistakes that have been made up until this point. And again, you're at a stage of a new cycle. A major change is taking place in your life right now. And for guidance, we have the card of the number 3, the number card of fertility. And with this card, it states that through this card, the manifestation of growth is on the horizon. You're the creator, and the seeds that have been planted in the past, whether they were happiness, comfort, abundance, prosperity, family, children, ideas, or even thoughts, are now ready to give birth into your world. Be patient as you watch your seeds take root and grow. Nurture them as they become strong and healthy. Open yourself to the life force of the universe. This card also represents femininity and Mother Earth, who is calling to you. The arms of her beauty are reaching out. She wants to embrace you on her seashores, mountains, forests, and gardens. Go to her and meet her halfway. Acknowledge that the same energy that makes up the heavens, earths, plants, animals, and mineral kingdom is also part of you. Start nurturing yourself and infuse your soul with love and compassion. Soon others will see and feel your devotion. As you interact with others around you now, or even if you're in the midst of solving a problem, use gentle care and kindness as you handle such situations. This isn't a time for you to be inconsiderate, possessive, domineering, forceful, or pushy. Act from the loving space of your heart center. The benevolent energy that resides there will assist you in making sacrifices in order to care for and help others, as well as helping yourself. So, coming from your heart, coming from a place of love, coming from, just your inner being, you birth situations, give birth to new situations. You turn negative situations into positive ones with your loving care. So don't let these burdens that you acquire up until that last journey, up until, this cycle, make you hard and, resentful in any way. Still come from that place of love, because from coming from that place of love, like I said, it helps you. And by helping yourself, you help others. Right now, Taurus, you may feel like you're hanging in some type of suspension where, you're not willing to make a move right now in situations where you need to, again, connect back to your higher self. And again, right now you're going through a new cycle of understanding, knowing where you've been and looking towards now to where you're going and where you want to go. So right now we have the energies of the Hangman, and the Hangman again talks about a major change taking place in your life. And with this Hanging Man, through this stage right now and in this change, it's important to, take a break right now and connect back to yourself, connect back to your spirit, connect back to the spirit, the divine, God, the universe, your higher self, and before you make a move, and regain your power in knowing who you are when moving through this next cycle. And right now, this change in this process, you're in a stage where it's about understanding, and it's about understanding really to get through this life. We are a spirit before we are, let's say a being. And in order to move accordingly, we have to be able to tap into the spirit in order to maneuver in this world. Like the being, your body is just a shell, and your soul is your power and your energy, and that's where you get your power and energy from. And by not connecting and going back and meditating, taking a breath and just connecting and grounding yourself, if you're not able to do that, a lot of things are going to go in disarray, and it is going to continue to have you holding burdens. And most of the burdens may not be of your own, it's burdens from others. And, you need to be able to get those burdens back to them and, put them to where they go. So for guidance, again, we have, for spiritual guidance, we have the card of the number 4, and advising you to get back to your culture and what makes you happy, get back to your inner child, and, free yourself right now. And it's about building a foundation that you want for yourself, and not, worrying about what others say in this journey, because, this journey is your journey, as period, at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. So we have a card of the number 6 of victory and success for your spirit. And with a card of the number 6, it's all about equality and, giving and receiving from others, and how each one can teach one, and, balance and harmony. And with this card of number 6 for spiritual guidance, of victory towards, let's say, victory in success, it says, that good news is on the way. The qualities of this positive card are completion, victory, and success that often follow a difficult period. Many people around you are very proud to see how you triumphantly came through it. They respect you and may even attempt to follow your example. You've worked hard and devoted much effort to get to this point in your life where you become wiser and have grown in so many ways. Always remember to stop and pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. This card also reminds you to stay grounded, remember where you came from, and keep your ego in check. Don't lose who you really are. This victory card can be used as a teaching tool for the future. Realize that if you came through this challenging time, you can achieve anything. Because throughout this process, Taurus, I know it's like you've been stabbed in the back by family, friends. It could have been a romantic situation. It may be situations at work. And know that it's time for a new cycle is here, and approach it. And right now it's all about you and who you are, and not losing sight of that. Because right now you may want to feel recognized and be recognized for the reward of you want to be recognized for your actions. You want to be recognized for your actions, and how you came through these challenges. Because, I understand that right now you may be feeling like you want to give up, and things may be just very challenging. Yet understand that, again, keep in mind, this is the end of the cycle, and you just have one more step to push through this process, okay? And for spiritual guidance, it is a guidance, again, advising you again that you are going through a major change in your life. And don't forget about the light that's inside of you. And for this, all right, Taurus. So the card for guidance we have for the light, card number 19, it states that this card reassures you that this is your time to be in the light. No matter what's happening around you, prosperity and bliss are promised. The qualities of this brilliant card are pleasure, happiness, contentment, growth, success, joy, and illumination. The light always brings forth new birth, a constant renewal of life. This is one of the best, if not the most positive cards in a deck, and it's yours. This is now your moment to shine. The radiance from within will be there for all to see. As people become attracted to the rays of your spiritual light, and by being compassionate, generous, inspiring, and a leader, many will benefit as they feel the warmth emanating from you. Be discerning, but also be open to whatever or whomever you're attracting, for your rays reach far and wide. The light card reminds you that because of its power, nothing remains in the dark. Through its illumination, truths and certain paths before you begin to emerge and can be surely seen. Using the energy of positive thoughts and continually thinking about the happiest and most joyful of memories will light the path before you even more brightly and attract exactly what you're emanating. Keep on shining. So right now, Taurus, again, it's important to be grounded and know who you are, and not ashamed of the beauty that you have within inside of you. And the main thing is understanding it. The main thing is about accepting it and pushing forward through this time. Because you're feeling this so strongly because you know, again, who you are, and that light in your soul is shining and it's calling for you to do, be exactly who you are. And you know that no matter what this conflict that you're going through, you know that you can get through it, and know that you won't be defeated. And it's important for you to refine that power that's inside of you, because these challenges are here to make you do so and remember who you are, and use that light that's inside of you, and don't be afraid to use it. Now, for the guidance we have, it is towards any mental conflict and defeat that you've been feeling. And this is a card of guidance, a card of number 5 for your any mental conflict. And it's about the challenges that you've been going through. And for this guidance card for conflict and defeat, it states that the number 5 mental card represents significant learning and change, and how you handle yourself at this time is vital to your overall well-being. This card could relate to lack of sensitivity in taking action or in response to conditions or situations around you. This need for sensitivity could relate to you or someone else in your life. Even though a battle can be won, it's important to evaluate the cost and pain to both parties. Sometimes it's best to surrender and walk away if no answer or victory can be achieved. Don't assign blame, become deceitful, or set out to get revenge, for this results in the negative energy becoming part of you. You are being tested on how delicately and gently you take your next step. Remember, everything in your life is an opportunity to learn and grow. Now, Taurus, you can release this feeling by communicating and by, again, talking about the things that you want, and not being afraid to talk about your plans and ideas. And no matter what, again, it's really about knowing who you are. It's about you, again, not being so fast to, tell everybody everybody your information. Be discerning in who you talk to, and make sure you stay sharp in your dealings with people, and, keep your eyes open, and don't, sleep on people and situations. Again, remember the lessons that you learned through this last cycle. Now, the card that we have for guidance is a card, again, towards this major change in your life. And it's because you're in a process of, again, a new cycle where you're at a new beginning and ready to go on a new journey. And with this card for guidance we have is a number 0, and it's about having a chance to start over. And again, with this starting over, it is about applying the lessons that you learned about life. For the card for guidance of 0 and a new beginnings, it states that each and every journey begins with the all-important first step. When this card presents itself in your reading, it's confirming that it's time for you to take a brave leap of faith. But be prepared as you do so. This card represents that a great new adventure is awaiting you. It usually shows up when there's a significant inner change happening within you. By selecting this card, it's a sign that those important choices are needed and are about to be made and should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Life is constantly trying to nudge and move you forward. At times, it can be daunting when you're faced with a new adventure or direction. Therefore, it calls for inner belief and courage as you take that leap of faith and step into the unknown. During this time, don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. Most people are afraid of change and play it safe by staying where they are. Know that through inner guidance, wisdom, and a belief in yourself, and by tapping into these tools, you'll be propelled forward on a positive, life-changing path. Don't conform to what society or other individuals, don't conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It's your own adventure. During this time, be like an innocent child with fresh eyes and give yourself the permission to live, play, love, and above all, laugh. So release these burdens and release any negative energy, negative people by being ready to, again, by tapping into yourself and meditating and tapping back into the divine and your spirit and your soul and being willing to go out on a new journey for something new. You know, you already seen where you put so much time and energy into people and situations where you held on as long as you could, and you see that it doesn't fulfill you anymore. You're disappointed in the results of, the reactions and, how people move and, deal with emotions and things like that, where it's time to walk away from what doesn't make you happy and fulfill you. Now, this feeling, if you don't release it, is going to transform into you being into or staying and being held on by the lower energies, by addictions, money, sex, materialism, just being addicted to the material and letting the negative energies of this world, the devil energies, consume you. And, that's also by not taking up a stand for yourself and reconnecting to who you are, you're choosing that negative energy over your higher self by not reconnecting, by not meditating, by not wanting to take care of yourself, by not balancing everything, spirit and material, and moving properly at the end of the day. Now, if you can release this and go back to meditating, go back to connecting to your higher self, connecting to the divine, connected to the spirit, connected to your soul, prosperity is going to begin, where you're on a new journey, and all you have on this journey is the knowledge and that you've obtained, and you're ready to take that knowledge to a new beginning. And for guidance, we have the card of the number 1, which is the beginning of a cycle for your material prosperity, where prosperity will begin. And for this guidance, it's a guidance towards your physical world. And this card for guidance states that A message of beginnings, prosperity, wealth, and new business, which could soon be in the palm of your hand. And it says again, this card is a message of that, where prosperity is going to begin. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift. With careful and diligent planning, recent endeavors and money-making ideas show great possibilities and promises of monetary gains. This is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful result. Feel it, see it, and most important, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspects of the material world and offer gratitude, prosperity in all forms will flow even more freely. So, Taurus, it's about being grateful, and it is about being in the now. And it is about understanding the negative energies that could be holding you down and keeping you away from a new beginning and experiencing things that your soul and, things that you've always wanted to achieve. And helping you enter this new cycle into prosperity and leaving all the burdens and the negative energy and people away. So it's a choice to choose to be true to who you are and wanting the best for yourself and for others, and not letting that negative energy hold you down and not being consumed again by it. Now, you can rise above this by connecting again back to your inner child, connecting back to the times when you were happy, connecting back to things that make you happy and the people that make you happy. Because right now, you know deep down inside that you can be triumphant in any matter. And you know that deep down inside, you have everything inside of you to make things happen. So again, release that negative energy. Don't let the devil win, because you are triumphant. And because you have that beautiful spirit within you, you have the abilities to tap into the universe and tap into your higher self and your soul and make things happen. And for guidance, we have the card towards, again, it's a major change occurring in your life for you to go towards what you know and really do it this time, and learning from the negative people and experiences that prevented you from getting where you wanted to in the last cycle. You are at a new cycle right now, and it's time to tap into your higher self, that beautiful heart of yours, and move forward. So for guidance, this card of the card of triumph is a card of another 7, the card of spirit. And it says that the power of your soul is pushing and nudging you steadily forward. Whether you're setting new goals, developing ideas, or planning a journey, it's essential that it's carefully thought out. When you tap into your inner guidance and balance it with self-control, hard work, and perseverance, it's likely to manifest a triumphant outcome. It's time for you to be single-minded and focus on the end goal. Visualize the successful results as if it were happening right now. When you've achieved what you set out to do, your ability to meet other life changes or challenges will be significantly increased. Say that again. When you achieved what you set out to do, your ability to meet other life challenges will be significantly increased. When you try to move forward without balance, direction, or guidance, it's easy to slip off your intended path and be drawn away from your desired goal. Now is not the time to let go or allow the river of life to pull you in its current, as you can easily lose control. Grab your oars, grip them tightly, and steer carefully toward your highest aim or destination. The Triumph card reminds you that you don't have to be alone with all of life's ups and downs and the challenges that you face. This is a time to tap into the powerful knowledge of others as well as to use the inner resources that are within you. So it's time to gain control of your focus, your courage, and knowing who you are and putting in the necessary work. Okay? And that's how you can rise above all of this. And you'll be able to, help your family, help your friends like you want to. But you'll be able to help them without it affecting you and taking away from who you are. And helping them again with balance and harmony by creating that and understanding that each one teaches one. And, by being who you are, I just had to say that in yourself, it's going to rub off on others. Now, your new beginning is going to be the destruction of any faulty foundation, any faulty situation or false situation that was built on, it wasn't a steady ground. So if you're going through something where, it seems like it's eruption, we have the card of the tower, having a tower moment. And this card is here because it was time for a change. It was needed. And this change was done by the divine because you may have been procrastinating on it and trying to ignore it. So whatever has occurred for your awareness because it's time for you to build a firm foundation on the truth of who you are. And with that, it's time for you to take back your authority and be free within, again, who you are, free within your culture of being. And for guidance, again, through this major change that you're having right now, Taurus, the guidance card we have is the major change card of the authority, and you being the authority of who you are and not letting anyone sway you off of your path. And this card of authority is the card of number 4, and it says that this card represents the masculine qualities of leadership, logic, strength, wisdom, and power. When this card emerges, it acts as a teaching tool, and in doing so, it is encouraging you to develop or reignite these qualities and tap into the masculine aspects of yourself. Other traits also included are good reasoning and problem-solving skills, being grounded and learning to develop strong mental control over free-reigning emotions. Oftentimes, this card appears to symbolize a father figure or an individual of wise authority who may be present in your life. It could be someone of high influence in business or a prudent friend who uses logic and reason to create a positive outcome. Ask yourself whether it's time to take on and emulate similar qualities. Now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating form and structure into ideas, plans, and foundations. It's time to stop talking and act in order to achieve what you must. Use the qualities and character of the authority card so that when you need to make a choice, you approach it from a place of wisdom, rationality, logic, and grace, rather than one of foolishness, belligerence, greed, or self-centeredness. The way in which you acquire handle and willpower and authority is now being tested. So again, you're at the end in the beginning to a new cycle, Taurus, and it's like you're being tested right now on how you gonna what you're gonna take into this new cycle. How you are you gonna take negative energy with you, negative karma, or are you gonna take that light with you, positive energy, being recognized for who you are, being recognized for your effort, being able to assist people and guide people and give that nurturing energy that basically is needed in this world. And through this experience, it's important to be able to balance yourself, balance your emotions, balance your temper, uh, you know, and being able to balance yourself is really about being kind to yourself, and by taking that deep breath in when situations begin and breathing that bullshit out, and not reacting to every situation and responding and through situations thinking logically and not just off of emotions, because sometimes those emotions could make a fool of you, when you don't think it through properly. So it's about having control over yourself and gaining that self-control and self-worth and being exactly the beauty that you are. And what you would have learned through this experience is, although you may have invested a lot in situations, when people disappoint you and if they don't show any change, that they don't want to change the situation and work with you, you're going to know to walk away. And you're going to know that at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day that you are never alone. You always have God with you. You have God within you. You are in this. You have the energies of the universe because of your soul is, the power, So not letting people take you down and being strong within you, period. And for guidance, in our final card for this spread, we have the guidance card of a firm foundation and being free within your culture, free within who you are, and creating that firm foundation. So this final guidance card we have is the card of the number 4 for your physical guidance. And it states that, and this is for your physical and material world, by letting that false prior foundation go and building a stronger, truthful foundation within you and your situations. And it says that this card denotes that you have already or are currently working towards establishing a solid foundation in the material world. Using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork. By doing so, security will have a better chance of building in the future. So I want to just say that one more time, Taurus. That using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork. By doing so, security will have a better chance of building in the future. The material power that's now around you can either be an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on how you respond to it. Don't let your current position determine who you are. Remember to give back and prime the pump of prosperity, for true spiritual and material wealth is as much about giving as it is receiving. Seek proper investment advice and realize that you don't have to hold on to your possessions too tightly. Just be flexible and allow things to continue to flow. And right now, Taurus, again, it's about, you planted these seeds And it's about turning away from that negative energy and turning towards what you want and to come in. And, you know, just waiting for, if you put the proper effort into your endeavors, into your life, into yourself, you can have and you can achieve anything you want. So release any negative energy and embrace the beauty and the fertility that you have within you, the ability to create life, to create situations, new beginnings, and things like that. All right, Taurus, so I just want to end the reading with a card from Our Angel Answers by Doreen Virtue. And the card that we have is a card that states that there is no need to worry, Taurus. And with this card of no need to worry, and this is for this time from now until the end of April 2019, it says that your worries and concerns regarding your question are unnecessary. God and your angels have the situation well in hand, and everything is going to turn out perfectly. Obsessing over the subject isn't helpful. The energy of fear and worry only slows the eventual manifestation of your desires. Visualize loving and happy outcomes and keep your thoughts positive. Very soon, you will wonder why you were worrying about this at all. So, Taurus, I thank you for your time. Just know that anything that you want, you can have. You have all the powers within you. And I hope that I'll see you again at Adik Tarot, the beginning of the truth. I am free for personal readings. All the information is in the description box. Thank you.